Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture of operating system. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about what is an operating system, objectives of an operating system, functions of an operating system, types of an operating system, and operating system interfaces. So let us start with what is an operating system. An operating system is the most important software that runs on a computer. It acts as an interface between a user of a computer and computer hardware. It is an integrated set of specialized programs used to manage overall resources and operations of the computer. Some examples of operating systems are Microsoft Windows 7, Apple macOS, Ubuntu Linux, Google Android, and iOS. Here, the diagram represents logical architecture of a computer system. A computer system can be divided into four components: hardware, operating system, application, and user. Hardware provides basic computing resources such as CPU, memory, input-output devices. Operating system controls and coordinates use of hardware among various applications and users. Next is application software. Softwares are of two types: application software and system software. Application software basically designed for some specific task. Some examples of application software are spreadsheet, word processor, etc. System software is designed to run a computer's hardware and application programs. Operating system is a type of system software that manages the computer hardware and software resources. Some examples of system softwares are linkers, loaders, compilers, etc. Finally, end users view the computer system in terms of the user interfaces of the application programs. The primary objectives of an operating system are: make a computer system easier to use. An operating system hides details of hardware resources from programmers and other users. It provides high-level interface to low-level hardware resources, making it easier for programmers and other users to use a computer system. Manage the resources of a computer system. This involves performing such tasks as keeping track of who is using what resources, granting resource requests, accounting for resource usage, and mediating conflicting requests from different programs and users. Next is to provide efficient and fair sharing of resources among users and programs. Some basic functions of an operating system are process management, memory management, file management, device management, security, and command interpretation. First one is process management. A process is a program in execution. During execution, a process needs certain resources such as CPU, memory, files, and I/O devices. Process management module takes care of creation and deletion of processes, scheduling of system resources to different processes, providing mechanisms for synchronization and communication among processes. Next is memory management. To execute a program, it must be loaded in main memory together with the data it accesses. Memory management module takes care of allocation and deallocation of memory space to programs in need of this resource. Next is File management. A computer stores information in units called files. File management module takes care of file related activities such as organization, storage, retrieval, naming, sharing and protection of files. A computer system consists of several input-output devices. The device management module of an operating system controls all input-output devices. It keeps track of input-output requests from processes, issues commands to I/O devices, correct data transmission to or from an input-output device. Next is security. The security module protects the resources and information of a computer system against destruction and unauthorized access. It also ensures that when the system executes several disjoint processes simultaneously, one process does not interfere with others. Next is command interpretation. For using various system resources, a user communicates with the operating system through a set of commands provided by it. A command interpretation module interprets user commands and direct system resources to process the commands. Generally, operating systems are divided into three: single user, single tasking operating system, single user, multitasking operating system, and multi user, multitasking operating system. First one is single user, single tasking operating system. This type of operating system only has to deal with one person at a time, running one user application at a time. MS-DOS, Palm OS are the examples of single-user, single-tasking operating system. Next is single-user multitasking operating system. This type of operating system most people use on their desktop and laptop computers today. It allows a single user to perform more than one task at a time. For example, a user to be writing a note in a word processor while downloading a file from the internet while printing the text of an email message. Microsoft Windows and Macintosh operating systems are the examples of single user multitasking operating system. Next is multi-user multitasking operating system. This operating system allows several users to perform more than one task at a time. Unix multiple virtual storage operating system are the examples of multi-user multitasking operating system. The last topic is operating system interfaces. There are two fundamental approaches for users to interface with the operating system: command line interface and graph. Command line interface. A command line interface is a text-based user interface used to view and manage computer files. It is a mechanism for interacting with computer operating system by typing command to perform specific task. It accepts input through keyboard. A second strategy for interacting with the operating system is through a user-friendly graphical user interface. It enables a person to communicate with a computer through the use of symbols, visual metaphors, and pointing devices. Elements of GUI are pointer, icons, desktop, menus, and windows. Hope you all understood about the topic. Thank you.